guys, today we're going to swatch the ColourPop Nectar collection, comparing it to other things. There's already a video out there by a few of our friends. I think DupeThat has a video, Jessie has a video, so I'll link those down below if you want to watch those, which are actual swatches. Right now what we're going to do is compare some of these. And you guys wanted to swatch this against Topaz, which is the palette made with ColourPop and Alexis Ren, and as you can see, they're different. Alexis Ren has a bronzer, and the Knockout has an actual blush. But let's see some swatches, right? So first off, the blush is like a mandarin orange. And I'm actually swatching with my fingers this time because it's actually quicker. I'm trying to see what works best to make these videos. But anyway, Topaz has an actual bronzer and is definitely different in shade to the blush in the Knockout palette. Now we're going to compare the highlighters in both. The Knockout palette has a little bit more peach, whereas the shade that's on the Topaz palette is more gold. So let's compare them both. You see, this is a more champagne gold, whereas the Knockout has a hint of peach, definitely warm tone highlighter. And remember I told you my arm was all messed up? Look at all the scratches. I've been playing around with my dogs and they're all scratched up. Anyway, that first one was Topaz, and the shade is actually called She's Here to Stay. And this last one is the Knockout Pallid highlighter. And you're going to have a space to screenshot now. See, it has a hint of peach. It's almost a dual chrome highlighter. It's different from the other one. When you put it on your face, you definitely see that peach undertone in there. Even more so if you layer it over the blush. Now let me know if you want these compared to something else, so I'll make those in actual pictures instead. Let's move on to the Lippies. I'm going to compare. The first one is called Oversized, and is one of the new creams. This is a new formula. It's more emollient, and it's very soft on the lips. It feels like a balm, and I'm comparing it to Dohi, which is part of the Ann Jenim collaboration. And they're very similar. They're almost like if they were going to be the same shade. Alright, so Botanical and Naked Ladies, I swatched in the background. Botanical has more orange, Naked Ladies is more like a watermelon, coral red type of shade. Speed Dial came out with the peaches. It's a darker peach, and I love the shade a lot, as well as Screenshot. They're actually my two to-go peach shades right now. Screenshot is a lighter version. It has more beige in it. Now, this one coming up is Likely and is part of the new Nectar release. And it is a light beige peach. Now, here we're talking about something that will look beige peach on my skin tone. Again, please remember that if you are a lighter skin tone girl, this is going to look darker on you. If you're a darker skin tone girl, this is going to look lighter on you. But I wore this on Instagram the other day. I really liked it. It's very pale on me. Even though as it looks very dark on my arm, it is actually pale on my lips. Exaggerated has more peach in it. It's darker, it's redder, has a little bit more orange in it too. Now I added Bumble to this list because I'm going to compare it to Faded. Bumble is one of the OG shades that came out way back in the day, and Faded is a new cream that came out with a Nectar release. Now Faded has a little bit less red in it, and it's lighter in shade altogether. Now, Contempo is one of the lippy sticks in the matte formula. Definitely a pink-based shade, and it's here just for reference. Now the next one is Capiche, which also has that terracotta red-orange shade in it, but it's definitely not even in the same family. Now the shadows. I swatched these on video, and for some reason it didn't capture the actual swatches, so I'm just gonna go over them with you guys. Let me grab a brush here so we can indicate which one is which. The first shade is Cut-Offs, and this one is part of the Nectar shades. The next one is Wait For It, then Making Moves, then Flower Boy, then I Owe You, then Crisscross. The bottom ones, the first one is Centerfold, and then Slim Fit. These two are almost a neon shade compared to the other ones. Now we're going into the Super Shock formula. This is a blush, and their original Super Shock formula does moussey and dries into a powder. As you can see, it's a peach with some copper on it, very pigmented. That was one swipe. Now we're going to compare it to Papadon Peach from Too Faced. And this one was actually not as pigmented. I mean, I do love my Too Faced stuff, but this is meant to be a sheer shade compared to Drop of a Hat. And it is in the same family. You can see the peach undertones and the glitter, but a Drop of a Hat has more gold in it. Now, Orgasm from NARS is one of those original shades that everybody has in their stash. Mine is old, and you can see it has already been used a lot. This one has more pink, more glittery particles in it. Now, the Too Faced Peach Glow palette that came out earlier also has a peach blush in it. And this one has more orange compared to the rest of them. You see the Drop of a Hat is particular because it has like a copper peach versus the rest of them that I'm comparing here. Alright, so I got So Bitch later on after I recorded, and I did do some comparisons on Instagram, so I just posted the pictures here for your reference. I think that is mostly similar to Fireball, meaning that it's not exactly a dupe. Fireball has more peach, a little bit more gold in it. And that's all I got for you guys today. Please subscribe, leave me a comment if you need any more comparisons, and thank you for watching.